Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to unpack some really compelling insights, give you that edge. So think about this. Have you ever been, deep in a project, maybe a crucial game, tough negotiation, and you get that feeling that why is this happening to me? Feeling. Or maybe it's more like, why can't I seem to catch a break? That moment where, you feel less like you're driving and more like you're just along for the ride, a bit like a pawn. If any of that sounds familiar, then this deep dive is definitely for you. We're digging into some key insights shared by Coach Ed Padalecki. It's actually rooted in David Emerald's book, The Power of 10. Really strong stuff. Okay, so our mission today is to really break down the difference between these two mindsets, victim and creator, and explore how what seems like a simple shift in perspective is, it's actually fundamental, a real lever for boosting performance. Doesn't matter if you're in business, coaching elites, or you're an athlete yourself. This applies. So let's dive in. All right, let's unpack these two mindsets.
First up, the victim mindset. This is that state where you feel, powerless. Maybe you find yourself complaining a lot or blaming others or circumstances. You get caught up in these stories, right? Helplessness, maybe resignation. Things just seem to happen to you.
Yeah, and Coach Padalecki points out the kinds of questions someone in this mindset asks, and they're pretty common, honestly. Things like, why is this happening to me? Or why can't I catch a break? Maybe even, what's wrong with this situation? Or worse, what's wrong with me? The focus is all on the problem. Looking for someone or something to blame, maybe even blaming yourself. Okay, now here's the pivot. This is where Coach P's framework really makes a difference, the creator mindset. See, creators don't get bogged down in that negative loop. They don't live in complaint or blame. Instead, they ask a totally different question, an incredibly powerful one. What do I want? Just that. What do I want? Seems simple, right? But the impact is huge. It just flips the script entirely. You go from reactive to proactive, from focusing on the problem to focusing on the solution, from feeling disempowered to feeling, decisively in control.
It changes your whole direction.
It really does. And the science behind this, from a performance psychology perspective, is fascinating. It's what we call cognitive reframing. Cognitive reframing is essentially choosing to change how you see the situation, how you interpret it, especially when it's tough. And doing that changes your emotional response, your behavior. It's a core tool for elite performers everywhere. Boardroom, playing field, you name it. They use it to handle pressure, direct their focus. So the big question is, why does it work so well? Well, when you ask why me, you're actually firing up the brain's threat response system, your internal alarm bell. And that system narrows your thinking, ramps up stress, leads to dwelling on the problem, often causes you to pull back. But when you ask, what do I want? You activate a completely different part of the brain. The goal-directed neural network, this engages your higher-level thinking, your executive functions. It broadens your perspective, actively stands for solutions, focuses on where you want to go. It's literally the difference between bracing for a hit and planning your next move. So Coach Padalecki nails it. It seems like a tiny shift in words, just a few words. But the result, a massive, measurable jump in performance. Mm-hmm. It actually rewires your brain in the moment to work for you, not against you.
Wow, that distinction, threat response versus goal-directed network, that really lands. Makes you think about those top performers, doesn't it? In any field. When things inevitably go wrong, a deal stalls, an athlete messes up, they don't seem to waste energy complaining. They don't get stuck asking, why me?
Exactly. They just don't.
And the source material backs this up. These elite folks, they don't sit around stewing in setbacks. Instead, what do? They evaluate quickly, they adjust, and crucially, they move forward. They keep going.
That's the key.
Movement.
Right. They seem to understand that peak performance isn't about waiting until you feel powerful to act. It's about acting powerfully. And that action, it starts with that creator question, what do I want? Picture a quarterback after throwing an interception. A victim mindset might just replay the error endlessly, feel defeated. But a creator, they're immediately asking, okay, what do I want on this next drive? How do I fix my read, my footwork? What gets us the win? It's instant adjustment. And the great thing is, Coach Padalecki gives us a practical way to build this muscle. It's not just theory. He calls it the 1% better daily game plan. It's about weaving this creator mindset into your daily routine. It starts with what he terms a macro reflection. Big picture stuff. He poses the question, if you could wave a magic wand and design the life or the leadership experience you truly want, what would that actually look like? This isn't about fixing today's problem right now. It's about casting a vision, unedited. What do you really want for your health, your business, your key relationships? How do you want your days to feel? And Coach P emphasizes, don't filter it. Don't judge it. Just let yourself define that ideal, even if it feels miles away right now.
I like that. Permission to dream big first. And then building on that macro view, Coach Padalecki offers the micro shift. This is for the here and now. He says, look, the very next time you catch yourself complaining or blaming or just spinning your wheels with unproductive thoughts, stop. Just pause right there. Interrupt the pattern.
Crucial step, awareness first.
Exactly. Then, in that moment, ask the creator's question, tailored for right now. What do I want right now? See, this might not be about the huge vision. It's about the specific situation. Maybe what you want is just clarity, or you want resolution with someone. Perhaps you just want to reconnect with your why, your purpose. Or maybe it's simply figuring out the very next small step you can take, asking, what do I want right now? That question, Coach P says, will always move you out of victim mode and into creator mode.
It's a reliable trigger, so maybe we should quickly recap those core differences Coach Padalecki highlights, just to really cement it. Okay, so victim asks, why me? Creator asks, what do I want? Big difference. Victim tends to wait, passively hoping things improve or someone else fixes it. Creator moves, takes action, decisive action. Victim avoids responsibility, feels like life is happening to them. Creator owns it, owns their choices, their responses, and by doing that, they actually change the game. That really captures Coach Padalecki's core message. That's a fantastic summary, really clear. Okay, so that brings us to today's 1% Better Challenge, inspired by Coach P. Here's your action step. Identify just one area. Could be at work, could be personal life. Where have you noticed yourself defaulting to that victim reaction lately? Maybe it's a specific tough project or a dynamic with a colleague, maybe even a personal habit you're trying to change. Just pick one. Got it. Okay, now here's the flip. Instead of letting yourself grow on that feeling, pause. Ask yourself, honestly, what do I want here in this specific situation? And then this is the most important part. Take one action, however small, that aligns with that creator answer. Step forward, empowered.
And remember, this practice, it's more than just fixing one small thing. It's about fundamentally retraining how you approach challenges, how you approach opportunities. It's about taking genuine ownership. It echoes what Coach Ed Padalecki tells us. Let's own our direction. Let's train our minds. Let's create our outcomes. It's active. It's intentional.
Because ultimately, that kind of ownership, that's what elite performers do. That's like you. So here's a final thought to take away from this deep dive, something to really chew on. How might consistently asking yourself, what do I want? How might that not just change what you do in the moment, but actually start to reshape your very identity as a high performer? Think about what it truly means to embody that creator mindset day in, day out, in every part of your life. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us. We hope this gives you some food for thought as you continue on your journey.